Many of the world's most effective thinkers share a specific set of behavioral profiles: messy desks, late-night pacing, and persistent overthinking. These habits are often dismissed as flaws, yet they appear with startling frequency in individuals with the highest measured cognitive ability. Society often expects intelligence to manifest as perfect order and quiet focus. This is the genius paradox. Behavioral data suggests that real cognitive depth requires an environment that appears chaotic to the average observer. Labels like too quiet, overly sensitive, or disorganized are common social criticisms. To a behavioral psychologist, these same traits often signal deep cognitive adaptations, specific ways the brain handles immense processing demands. We are examining the 10 psychological indicators of a top-tier intellect. As we go through them, evaluate your own daily habits against the neurological evidence. Indicator 1. You talk out loud to yourself when no one is watching. In psychology, this is self-directed speech. When the brain manages high-density cognitive loads, internal monologues can become a bottleneck. Vocalizing thoughts turns abstract ideas into physical data, freeing up working memory for faster processing. Indicator 2. You operate in physical disorder. Environments designed around strict order promote convention and safety, but disorganized spaces stimulate creative problem-solving. A brain synthesizing complex ideas prioritizes mental bandwidth over the executive function required for aesthetic alignment. Consider Albert Einstein. He famously challenged the social obsession with neatness, asking, "If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what then is an empty desk a sign?" Indicator 3. The night owl phenomenon. While humans are evolutionarily programmed for sunlight, those with higher IQs consistently exhibit delayed sleep phases. Nocturnal hours strip away social noise and sensory overload, creating a cognitive sanctuary for deep work states. Indicator 4. Hyperskepticism. Where most brains seek the comfort of quick conclusions, high-intelligence minds experience epistemic hunger. You interrogate assumptions and dissect logical fallacies because your brain rejects unverified data. These habits function as environmental filters. They allow a brain to maximize its raw processing bandwidth by ignoring conventional social structures. Indicator 5. Voluntary solitude. Research published in the British Journal of Psychology shows that for most people, social interaction increases happiness. However, for individuals with exceptionally high intelligence, life satisfaction drops as socialization frequency increases. This internal richness makes external entertainment feel redundant. When a mind constantly generates its own simulations and analyses, solitude provides the freedom required for that work to continue. Indicator 6. Obsessive intellectual hoarding. You spend hours in unpredictable rabbit holes, building cross-disciplinary neural bridges. You might study ancient Roman engineering one night and the mechanics of modern economic structures the next. The most innovative thinkers connect dots across vast, seemingly unrelated fields. Indicator 7. Predictive simulation. Overthinking represents raw neurological computing power. The brain actively runs stress tests and builds predictive trees on future reality to navigate potential outcomes before they occur. Isolation, data hoarding, and constant simulation are the necessary operating conditions for a mind running complex internal software. Indicator 8. Subversive humor. Processing dark or dry humor requires the brain to calculate literal words, detect subtext, and recognize paradox within milliseconds. Studies link high verbal IQ to the ability to construct and comprehend complex irony. Indicator 9. Selective cognitive filtering. You might forget where you parked your car, but remember the specific details of a research paper from years ago. The brain's executive center deliberately purges operational noise to preserve storage space for high-value abstractions. Indicator 10. Cognitive flexibility. This is the ability to adjust communication styles, tone, and vocabulary to optimize interactions. It is a clear sign of high cognitive empathy and the capacity to read complex interpersonal cues instantly. True intelligence prioritizes abstract processing and social decoding over the mundane maintenance of daily routines. Having a high-functioning mind in a world built for conformity is exhausting. Many people spend years trying to force themselves into rigid schedules or suppressing their curiosity just to fit in. Trying to process a chaotic world through a highly analytical mind often feels like running advanced software on an outdated societal operating system. These quirks are structural adaptations, not behavioral defects. To turn these traits into leverage, you must stop forcing artificial order. Design a system that aligns with your cognitive flow. If late nights are when you are most creative, protect those hours. Next, channel the overthinking. Externalize your mental simulations by writing them down. This turns raw anxiety into a concrete strategic plan. Finally, own your solitude. Space and isolation are the laboratories where your best ideas are refined. The world needs thinkers who challenge assumptions and identify patterns in the chaos. How many of these 10 indicators did you recognize? Share your number in the comments, hit the like button for clarity, and subscribe to Brain Library. Upgrade your mind. We'll see you in the next analysis.